if you've ever paid attention to anything in your life, ever, you need to pay attention to this right here, right now. Because the things you're going to learn today will change the way you view the world. They will shape your reality. Every single thing you know about money, everything that you know about money is a lie. Everything you have ever been told about money is a lie. It is a lie designed to keep you as a worker ant. A lie designed to keep society running for the top 1%. How do I know this? Because I'm in the top 1%. I'm an ultra high net worth individual. I have $13 million USD net worth, which puts me in the ultra high net worth individual category. From climbing from the absolute bottom of reality to the top, I have learned that the entire game is rigged. The way that the money works is rigged. The way you pay taxes is rigged. The way that the government's work is rigged. All of it's rigged. You should know this. You know the rich don't pay tax. Why? Because the rich write the tax code. They make it deliberately complicated, extremely long pages. It could be 1 page long, very simple, percentage of income, right? They make it extremely complicated on purpose so that there's loopholes that they can exploit that we can't exploit. The people who control the system have made the system to benefit themselves. I've gone from nothing to something, and I have a message for all of you watching this. You are inside of a matrix, and I'm here to wake you up. I say Matrix on purpose. I hope you've seen that movie. The Matrix is a movie about people who are stuck inside of a system that they don't quite understand. There's a system around them, and they can feel it, but they don't quite understand. Well, there's something going on, but I don't know what it is. That's how anyone who is educated feels. You must look at someone like me with one of 17 supercars. If I'm driving next to you, you must look at me and how did he afford a $300,000 car? Plus the maintenance, plus the insurance. How? I could never save that much money. How did he do that? Something doesn't make sense. You should be able to feel inside of yourself that some people know something, or know someone, or have access to something that normal people simply don't have. How can I take a life savings and drop it on a car 17 times on repeat? It doesn't make sense if you think about it logically. It doesn't make sense. People, you are inside of a matrix. You are stuck inside of a system that was taught to you. Everything you were taught in school, everything you were taught was designed to only make you obey. Obey the slave masters. They want you smart enough to run the machines and make them more money, but too stupid or too ignorant, unknowing of the true information of the world to ever escape. And I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to tell you, as someone who was inside of the matrix, I have now escaped the matrix. And it is real, because when I talk to people about how to make money, they all sit there with the same regurgitated ideas. The same ideas. The ideas that were taught to them by the matrix. Oh, save my money, get a deposit, get a mortgage, buy a house, rent the house, maybe pay the house off one day. Like, this is all the garbage you've been taught. Have you ever seen anybody from a council estate who's broke, who managed to save up £100,000 or $100,000 for a mortgage, and then get a mortgage, and then work and pay it off, and then own the house, and then drive a Ferrari and be rich? Have you ever seen that? You've never seen it. So why do you talk about it? Why are you saying that that's the way out if you've never seen anybody escape that way? Because the Matrix has taught you this, and they've taught you this on purpose. One, it teaches you to work and save. Keep your money slow. Don't make your money fast. Put it in a bank for no interest. That makes the bank money. Go back to the same bank and get a mortgage, more interest on top. That makes the bank money. Get a nice hard asset, a house. If you don't pay your taxes, they'll take it from you. That makes the government money, keeps you afraid. Do you understand? The entire system is designed to benefit the people who are in charge of the system, not you. You're inside of a matrix. You need new information to escape. That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you. Society is not your friend. And I say this, I'm gonna draw, ladies and gentlemen. Society is not, look at this, not your friend. not. A lot of you people out here think it is. It is not your friend. Society is not made in your best interest. Society is made in the best interest of itself and those who run society. You're a cow. You're a farm animal. Society is the farm, and the ruling elite are the farmers. Society cares for you the same way a farmer cares for its cows. It wants you alive. It wants you alive, and it wants you to do your job, which is to give milk. But it does not want you free, and it does not want you happy. It doesn't want you to make enough money to start your own farm. It wants you on their farm. Please understand me. I was born to be a cow. Most of us were. But today I understand how the farmers think. Today I'm a farmer. I understand now what's happening. I fly private. I drive around the world in my various supercars. I don't have a care in the world. And I am woken. The reason I am awake is because I paid a lot of attention to very important people. I paid a lot of attention to that around me. I was extremely perspicacious and I woke myself up. And for that reason, I am qualified to wake you up. Understand that society is teaching you the wrong things about wealth creation on purpose. They don't want you rich. Do you understand that slavery exists and slavery is coming? Slavery is coming for the people who cannot afford to be free. If you are not scared and feel like you need to get rich quickly, then there's something wrong with you. Because slavery is coming. They're going to keep you poor and destitute and reliant on your job. They're going to force you to take injections, force you to have pieces of paper you don't want to keep your job. They're going to keep you destitute on purpose. This is done on purpose. You must get rich quickly. You do not have time to save up for a deposit, buy a house and rent it out, and when you're 65, maybe you'll have some equity in the house. You don't have time. You need to get rich now. And if you don't understand that urgency, if you're not sitting here thinking, yes, there's serious problems ahead for the average man, and it's going to get worse and worse, then there's something wrong with you. Think how hard and how much worse it's got for the average man the last 10 years. 10 years ago, you were better off than you are now. You're getting paid around the same salary, and prices were half what they are now for property. Half. Think about it. Did you know that 88% of millionaires today are self-made, including myself, completely self-made? You don't need to be born into money, and you don't need to have money. It's a coping mechanism average people use to be at peace with their reality. Oh, I'm poor, but I'm not, my family's not rich. Those people, they were probably born rich. No, that's what you say so you feel better about not being rich. There are people who were born poor like me who escaped, and we escaped by paying attention. So I hope you're paying attention to everything I'm saying so far, because if you're not paying attention, you are making a grave mistake. This is the first real chance you've had in your life to escape the matrix. You must destroy the coping mechanisms in your mind. Oh, the rich, they're rich, but I bet they're not happy. Yes, they are. Have you ever seen a rich person give their money away? No. Money makes you happy. Money is happiness because money is freedom, and freedom is happiness. You do not need to be born into money to have money. You need to destroy these thoughts in your mind so that you are open and receptive to the ideas that I present on how to create wealth. If you hate money, if you repel money, if you think money is evil or money's not important, you're never going to have any. And once you have money, you'll understand how important it is, because freedom is the most important thing in the world. And money buys freedom. I can give you a million examples. Money is the freedom to sleep where you want, to eat what you want, to drive the car you want, to go where you want. Money is the freedom to do whatever you want. And for that reason, it should be extremely important to you, because your freedom, your sovereignty as an individual should be extremely important to you. Nobody should want to be a slave. Other lies they tell you. Money's hard to acquire and rich people work harder than you. That is a lie. Rich people do not work harder than you. You work harder than rich people. You're already working harder than the rich people. The rich people are on their boats, relaxing in the sunshine. How can they be working harder than a nurse on a ward? How can the African woman who carries water on her head under the desert sun, how can she be working less hard than a fat cat billionaire? Understand, the billionaires and the rich people do not work harder than you. You already work harder than them. You just don't work at the right things. That's what I'm going to teach you. You just don't understand the world correctly. You're still inside the matrix. That's what I'm here to teach you. If you work as hard as you work now, with a few edits, a few changes on the direction you put that energy, you will be rich. The money is everywhere. You just don't have any. Don't you see? There's a little club and you're not in it. You're inside the matrix. They're outside the matrix. And the only reason they can be so lazy and be outside the matrix is because you work so hard inside the matrix. I want to drive a Lamborghini. I don't build one. Someone inside the matrix builds it for me. And someone inside the matrix builds the roads. And someone inside the matrix pumps the gas. The people inside the matrix do all that work so I can drive my Lamborghini in the summer sun, as you can see behind me. Do you understand what's happening? Do you understand that the rich people are living on the backs of the poor? They always have. They always will. That's what the matrix was designed for. It was built this way on purpose, to keep you inside. If you can wake up and get out, then there is no more matrix. Then who's going to pump the gas and build the roads? Do you understand what I'm saying? These people are not smarter than you. They do not work harder than you. They're average individuals. The people outside the matrix. A lot of them were born into rich families, but some others, like myself, have escaped. Working hard is not the secret to wealth. Please understand, this is not about working harder than everyone else. Poor people already work harder than everyone else, and they are poor. All the information in your mind, your opinions, your thoughts, your views on the world, where did you learn it from? Your parents, school, friends, family, TV, the radio, YouTube, the internet. They taught you all these things, right? Because we are all a product of the life we live. We live life, we see and we experience things, we hear things, we get information, we watch the news, and these become our thoughts and our opinions over time. If we hear something and then we experience something which aligns with what we heard, it's what we believe to be true. Let me ask you a question. All these people who have been telling you things, all these people who have been programming your mind, because that's what they've been doing. The people who've been teaching you things have been programming your mind. Do these people know how to get rich? Are they rich? It's a serious question. You're going to university, you're going to your business professor, or you're going to do an MBA in business, or you're going to learn from these people, and they're teaching you how to be rich. Are they rich? No, they're not qualified. Most of the people who are programming your mind are people inside of the matrix. They can't teach you to get out because they're stuck inside of it themselves. They don't even see it. They're living inside of it. Like a fish doesn't see water. They're living inside the water. To them, water doesn't exist. It's just the world. That's the matrix. Most people inside the matrix don't even see it. That's why they can't escape. Life begins when you're rich. Life begins when you get to go to beautiful places in a beautiful car and stay in a beautiful hotel and eat beautiful food and wake up when you want. That's when life begins. Before that, it's only slavery. This is why university is such a scam. Modern university is a scam. I'm going to circle the word scam because I can't stress it enough. Modern university is a scam. It's a scam. They charge you $100,000 to go and learn how to be successful from professors who are still poor. They are not rich. So why are they telling you how to be successful? All of your friends and family who mean well, who want the best for you, they're giving you advice because they love you, but it doesn't mean it's good advice because they don't know what they're talking about. It can be the best intentioned advice in the world. If they don't know what they're talking about, then it doesn't mean anything. They are still inside the matrix. These people have never been rich. They've never been to where you want to go. So how could they possibly know the way? Common advice will not make you an uncommon individual. Because common advice by default is for commoners. If it's common advice and everyone knows it, everyone would do it, which means it no longer works. Go to uni, get a job, work hard, get a promotion, save up, get a mortgage, put some money into your pension, invest a little bit in the stock market. This is the garbage that you've already been told. Everyone said this to you before. It's common knowledge. How many people do you know have taken this common knowledge and applied it, and now they have a supercar collection of 17 supercars? None. Zero. Common knowledge doesn't work. Because if common knowledge worked, It wouldn't be common knowledge. It would be uncommon knowledge. And if it did work, it would stop working soon. It can't work for everyone. If people do not have a quality of life you desire, if they do not know something you want to know, then there's nothing to learn from them. All the people around you who are teaching you, if they are not living the exact life you want, or if they don't have something about their life that you want, there's nothing to learn from these people. The only alternative is to go, well, I don't really care about money. You know, I'm happy with my job and I've got enough to eat and I don't mind. I don't mind being told what to do and being a slave for the Matrix. Fine, good for you. I need someone to build my roads and pump my gas, but I'm not that guy. I want to live my one life free to do what I want and not have some boss tell me what to do, tell me what week of the year I'm allowed to enjoy myself, tell me what time to wake up in the morning. That's not me. If you're a slave, go be a slave. This is not a presentation for slaves. The real problem, that's what I've already said, the real problem is that every second of the day, every second of your existence, you are being programmed to be a slave. You are being programmed. The things you hear, the people who talk to you, what they teach you in school, what's on the news, what's on social media, what they tell you about wealth creation, what they tell you about governments and politics. It's all about programming you to keep doing hard work for low wages and still being taxed afterwards and not fighting back. You are being programmed and you can't stop it. The Matrix is not built on iron bars. This is not a physical jail, it's a mental jail. They have to put the jail on your mind. They don't restrict your body, they put the jail on your mind via programming. They keep you ignorant. Everything you are stems from your life experiences, stems from everything you've heard and seen and thought about. Being programmed is an unstoppable force, just like gravity. You cannot stop it, but you can choose what you experience. You can choose who you talk to. You can choose who programs your mind. Is it better that a millionaire programs your mind or a professor who's not a millionaire who thinks he understands how to be successful? Whose programming is better? Do not let their programming keep you ignorant. Do not let them keep you closed-minded. It's by keeping you closed-minded that your mind is not open to the new ways which wealth is created, the new ways they keep for themselves. Closed-mindedness is going to destroy your existence. That is programming. Do not be closed-minded by their programming. You have a choice. You have a direct choice in what you can see and hear. No one takes advantage of this, but you can. Most people just accept the programming around them. They just accept it. They're not selective. Whatever's on the TV, whatever their professor tells them, whatever their friend tells them, whatever their mom tells them, and they just allow it all in into their brain. Let themselves be programmed. And they come up with the same stupid ideas everyone else has, and it's the same boring, stupid life because they're programmed. Watch the news, go to school, la-di-da. They're programming me to be a slave, mindlessly accepting whatever programming they come across, good or bad, best interest or not. You're going to let programming into your brain even if it's bad for you, even if it makes you closed-minded, even if it keeps you poor, even if it makes you sad, even if it makes you depressed, even if it makes you unhappy. You will still let the programming into your own mind and just let it go in. Oh, just let it in. Just program me to be a sad slave. No problem. And they don't think, they don't decide to be selective, to start being selective about who programs them. Being programmed by someone who inspires them, who makes them knowledgeable, who teaches them a way out of the matrix, who makes them understand how to create wealth. They show no resistance to the matrix and they crumble under the influence of society. These are the slaves you see. These are the people working in Starbucks. They are slaves and they have collapsed to society. They have crumbled and they do not resist anymore. They are not trying to escape. They're only trying to pour the coffees. That's all they're trying to do. And I will pull up in my Lamborghini and ask for a coffee and they'll make me one. And they'll look at my fast car and they'll think, oh, he was probably born rich. And they'll go back to making frappuccinos for the rest of their human years. Even though I wasn't born rich, even though they could escape just like me if they were to open their mind. They were programmed for slavery, and the Matrix does this on purpose. Selective programming is your superpower. Your superpower, no matter who you are, is choosing who programs your mind. When I was trying to get rich, all I did was talk about money. Any other subject or topic of discussion, I was not interested. I didn't want to talk about sports. I didn't want to talk about the TV shows. I don't care about Rihanna. I don't care about the festivals. I don't care. I want to be rich. All I want to talk about is money. I only accepted the programming I was interested in. You now have a choice. Your choice is to only accept the programming from people who have quality. People who have qualities you admire and want. People who have broken free from the Matrix. Or continue as you were. Listen to the news, your school professors. Download the influence from all the average people around you and remain average just like the rulers of society want you to be. Your choice is to stay inside the Matrix or escape. Take the blue pill and you will wake up in your bed and you can think whatever you want to think. Or take the red pill. Continue with me down the rabbit hole and let's see how deep this goes. I hear all the time, why do you always talk about money? Why don't you relax? All you do is work. You're boring. Why do you always talk about money? These are people inside the Matrix who don't want to escape, and they don't want you to escape. They want to keep you there with them. They want to keep you poor along with them. Why would they want you to escape if they don't? Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't want that. They want you stuck into slavery with them. Why make frappuccinos by themselves when they can have a partner who can help them make the frappuccino? They don't want you to escape. The people inside the Matrix defend the Matrix. They say, oh yeah, it's normal to work a job. It's normal to get paid minimum wage. It's normal to pay tax. It's normal to get destroyed by a government. It's normal. What's your problem? Why do you want a fast car? It's only a car. Don't listen to these people. You want freedom. You should be proud of yourself for watching this presentation and wanting freedom. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, man or woman. Doesn't matter if you're old or young. If you want freedom in your heart, you're a good person. And anyone who tries to take that away from you is a bad person. These people are inside the Matrix. They work for the Matrix. They are the agents of the Matrix. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're spending time with average people, how can you become exceptional? How could you possibly become exceptional if everyone you know and talk to is average? The lone wolf starves. We are social. You need to search and seek and find people like you. People who are trying to escape the Matrix. People who do not want to be average. People who aspire for more. You need to feel urgency inside of you. You need to get worried and anxious. You shouldn't be able to sleep at night if you're not rich. Slavery is coming. Let me say something. Every single day you wait to get rich, it gets harder. Do you know why? Because the price of assets is going up. I don't think a lot of you understand this, but let me try and explain something to you. They are printing money. The people in charge of the world are printing money faster than you possibly believe. They are just printing money. Now, I don't want to waste time giving you a whole education, but if you don't understand money, let me explain something to you. It's not linked to anything. It's made up from the sky. It's not linked to gold, and there's no limit to how much they can print. They just press a few buttons on a computer. Billions of dollars exist now in banks, and the banks can do whatever they want with it. They use the banking system. It's all a famoose. This is why when you're sitting there working hard and saving your pennies, you're a fool. Why are you saving money when they can just print more of it? The more money they create, the less it's worth. What happens when you devalue the money? That means the price of assets go up. This is why the prices of houses go up so fast. Real estate. This is why the price of a house is so much more than it was 10 years ago. Because it's not that the price of the house has gone up, it's that the value of the money's gone down. So what I'm saying is this. Every single day that you wait to get rich, you're getting paid the same amount of your wages, but the price of assets is going up. Houses get more expensive every day. Cryptocurrencies are getting more expensive every day. Stocks are getting more expensive every day. Who owns these things? Who owns all the property? Rich people. Who owns all the companies and the stocks? Rich people. Do you understand? Every day they get more expensive. Your wages stay the same, but the price gets more and more and more. You're running out of time to get one. You're running out of time. The gap gets bigger and bigger every day because they keep printing more money. You haven't got time to save it. You can't save the money faster than they can print it, my friend. No, no, no. And they own all the important assets. And it makes their assets more and more expensive. And they're doing this on purpose so that their assets become so expensive that you can never buy any. That you can never afford them. This is on purpose. This is how they make sure the people in the Matrix stay in the Matrix forever. This is how they keep you enslaved forever. By eventually keeping you working, promising one day you're going to own something that you'll never be able to afford. Right now, some of you are lucky enough that maybe you can afford a house. Maybe. If you work your ass off and pay your mortgage for 50 years, you might get a house. Good work. In 10 years from now, none of you will be able to afford anything. Your kids won't be able to afford anything. It's all a big trick. The Matrix now is in its final form. They're about to finally settle who the millionaires and billionaires are and who the slaves are. It's about to be have-nots and have-yots. That's all it's going to be. The Matrix is now cemented. You are in the last generation on Earth that if you don't get rich now, your family will be slaves and peons and peasants forever. This is the last chance